Let's go, bro. All right, here we go. So the topic this week is discipline, and I wonder how that's landing with you, the idea of discipline and the unusual but maybe cogent notion that discipline is freedom. And of course, I had to look up the word discipline, and the etymology of that word is vast. Curiously, one of the deepest etymologies of that word goes all the way back to Sanskrit and love or worship something. But as I was thinking about this discipline thing, it occurred to me that, I really don't have to exercise force or leverage on myself, discipline, to do the things that I absolutely love. However, I have discovered that it took discipline at the start. It took discipline to get to the point where I love something. I really appreciate it when I can find things to love where it's just automatic. There's no effort involved at all. But a lot of the things that I love dearly, it was not the case at the start. I'm sure you can relate. It's like, well, meditation, spiritual practice, being of service to others, golfing, we could increase the list ad infinitum. So in order to get to the place where we love something and it becomes, we can get into that magical flow state, that state of the surfer surfing off the coast of Malibu on the perfect wave, on the perfect day, just rolling along on the top of that wave, making those perfect micro corrections utterly and perfectly unconsciously so that they stay balanced and flowing and moving. And yet, man, the first time they got in the water with their surfboard, it was anything but love. It was, unbelievably awkward and probably likely several moments of I quit. I'm not going to do this. And here you are, unable to even get up on your board. And even if you do get up on it, you fall off. And then there are these other people doing it. And so the discipline is, for many of us, going through those stages of aggravation, frustration, comparison to others and their expertise and mastery at something. And yet, those moments when we say, screw it, I don't want to do it, it does afford us a bit of freedom to do that. It means we don't have to face that discomfort, that inconvenience, that having to learn something new, that painful learning curve. Yes, we can withdraw back to the perfect comfort and convenience of exactly the way that it is, the things we can do, the circle that we live in, the boundary that we are encased with. So to develop this passion for being on the edge between what we know and what we don't know, I find to be personally such a amazingly interesting place to play life. And it does take discipline. And like today, I'm having my technology coach come over and we're going to work on video editing. And I've got all these different teachers going on, and I'm constantly feel like I'm drowning in what I don't know. And it's just far too much. And the discipline that it takes to keep going. And yet I know if I just stick with all this stuff, that all these different new avenues of exploration, there will come a time when there's flow and there is music, and that there's delightful things will show up as a result of using and doing the discipline now. So discipline equals freedom. And the word disciple means somebody who follows a great teacher or a great teaching, and it puts them in the position of being in a student, in a position of not knowing. And it's a precious place to play life when we play in the place of I don't know, because we will learn. It's humbling, and yet the humble heart is the one that endlessly receives. So anyway, have a beautiful day. And if you start to feel a little bound up about discipline, just read my little short story and we'll continue on the topic. Many blessings.